Hello there, and welcome to the Fish Tank Barn. Today I'd like to talk to you about one of my favorite Goodeid species for beginners, and that's the Ataeniobius toweri, or blue-tailed Goodeid. The males of the species have an awesome blue tail, which I think is unique amongst most aquarium fish. So let's go ahead and explore more about this fish and learn more about its care and breeding. The blue-tailed Goodeid is native to the state of San Luis Potosi in Mexico, where it can be found in lagoons, marshes, and ditches with little to no current, often hiding beneath dense vegetation. Like most Goodeid species, this fish is considered endangered in the wild, primarily due to habitat destruction of the vegetation that this fish enjoys. The Ataeniobius toweri is an active swimmer that spends most of its time top to mid-water and gets to be about 3 inches in length for both the males and females. These are pretty active fish, and I feel their behavior is very similar to rainbow fish. I currently have 2 different groups from different locations of this fish, one in a 75-gallon and another in a 40 breeder. I would say the minimum tank size for this fish would be a 29-gallon, just due to the activity level. These fish do tend to jump, so I would highly recommend a lid. I have found these fish to be quite hardy and really do quite well with your basic aquarium care requirements. For my Livebearer tanks, I like to use sponge filters, and for this species in particular, I really do like to use floating plants like hornwort to provide a lot of top cover. I have found that this fish will accept a wide variety of foods, from flake, small pellets, live, and frozen. But I would make sure that they have a good quantity of vegetable matter in their diet. My main diet for these fish in the fish barn is primarily a mix of extreme krill and extreme spirulina flake. This is normally the point in my Goodeid care guides where I tell you need to keep these fish cooler or else they'll fall apart. But for the Ataeniobius toweri, that is not the case. These fish will actually prefer your normal tropical temperatures, similar to your other community aquarium fish. The fish barn does get somewhat cooler in the wintertime, and I've not seen any issues with this fish handling the cooler temperatures. Like most Livebearers, these fish do like fairly hard water and a higher pH level. My current fish room is running at a pH between 7.8 to 8.0. In general, I don't see Goodeids as community fish due to their aggressive nature. While some Goodeid species are known to be aggressive, I've noticed that the Ataeniobius toweri is actually quite a peaceful fish. While I don't encourage you keeping these fish in a community tank due to their endangered nature, you could keep these fish with your typical peaceful community type fish without any issues. Sexing the blue-tailed Goodeid is generally pretty simple as long as you have mature fish. The mature males will have a bright blue tail, which will differentiate them from the females. Unlike guppies, platies, and other pascillid livebearers, the male Goodeids do not have a gonopodium, but instead have a small notch on their anal fin that they use to inseminate the female. While these fish do give birth to live young, the process is a little bit different than your typical guppy or platy. The gestation period for the Ataeniobius toweri is 60 days, and the females will give birth to fewer fry. While some Goodeid species are known to be seasonal breeders, these fish will breed all year round. Most of the time, the fry will number less than 10 and will be larger than your typical platy or guppy fry. One interesting fact about Goodeids is that they are attached to the mother with an umbilical cord type structure called a trophotiene, which is very similar to humans. As long as you provide cover, I found this species not to be fry eaters and have had pretty good success with raising fry. I do find the fry are easy to feed and will rarely accept crushed up flake foods and other similarly sized foods. The blue-tailed Goodeid is not the easiest fish to find in the aquarium hobby, since they produce few fry and are not commercially bred. If you're comfortable with receiving shipped fish, I would check Aquabid to see if you could find them. I've had my best luck, though, finding these fish at local aquarium club auctions. You could also try the American Livebearer Society conventions, where they have auctions and room sales with many rare livebearers. Since the majority of Goodeid species are endangered in the wild, be sure to keep all the location information so that you can pass it on to other hobbyists. You never know, you may be the only person that's keeping that location of that particular species. I hope you enjoyed today learning about one of my favorite beginner Goodeid species. If you want to learn additional information about Goodeids, I'll go ahead and put a card at the end here with a playlist where I talk about the care of many other Goodeid species. I'd also highly recommend checking out the Goodeid Working Group, who specializes in the conservation of Goodeid species. I'll put a link in the description of this video to their website, where you can find more information about Goodeid species, as well as learn more about their conservation efforts. So with that, thank you for watching, stay safe, Stay fishy, and I'll catch you on the next video.